starting with the backside connections of this ventilator. Here you can see the on-off switch of this ventilator. Whenever it is off, you can see it will be like this. So whenever you will on it, just press and it will go. This is the air connection. This is the O2 connection. So these are the filters over here. So if there is any water in your airline, so it protects your ventilator to avoid the water insertion in your vent. In this ventilator, if you do not have centralized air system in your place, then you have to connect separate air compressor in this ventilator. So this is plug over here. You can rotate your screen up and down from this plug. Just press and then press. You can see battery indication over here, mains indication over here. Whenever you on the ventilator, it will ask for you to do a pre-use check. Pre-use check is compulsory, so you have to just press yes. Connect the test tube between inspiratory outlet and expiratory inlet. Then OK. You have to see to it that all tests get passed. Please unplug the power cord. So just switch off the power cord and then again on. Connect patient circuit and block Y-piece. Unblock Y-piece, then press OK. This over yes, compensate. All tests are passed, then press OK. This ventilator is touchscreen and also you can select from knobs. Now first, if you want to admit the patient, just admit patient, name, whatever name you want to set, I'll first set here. You can also use this button. Done. Once details are filled, close. Accordingly, fill the details and then accept. So it will, before accepting, it will ask you whether to delete the backdated data or not. So I am clicking yes. So my patient name will come over here. Now, if you want to use invasive ventilation, then you can select over here. And if you want to use non-invasive mode, then you can just press on this. So whenever it is in non-invasive mode, it will be in this color and it will also indicate that compliance compression will be off in this mode. So, OK. So now in invasive, there are modes. You can set mode from here. Just press on this. So this is the volume control mode. So whatever parameters which you can set in volume control mode can be set or adjusted from here. You can see tidal volume. If you want to increase or decrease, just increase, decrease. Once done, set. Accordingly, you can set rest all parameters and then accept the mode. Now, what all modes are there in this? You have to just press on this volume control. Here you will see all the modes in this ventilator. What are your volume control, then pressure control. In pressure control also same. You can set the parameters and then accept. So like this you can select the modes and the parameters. Once it is set, close. Then parameters are set, accept. So my pressure control mode is activated over here. Once all settings are done, here you can see few parameters are given over here. So these are the shortcut parameters. Like if you want to set PEEP, you can adjust from here only, even your ventilation is started. Then next is your non-invasive mode. You can select from here. In non-invasive mode, it will ask for compliance compensation is turned off. So press OK. In non-invasive, there are two modes. Non-invasive pressure control and one is non-invasive pressure support ventilation. So whatever mode you want to set, you can select and then close. Accordingly, you can set the parameters as well. Once parameters are set, then accept. These are the shortcut keys or parameters, you can say. You can set it from here as well. Then acknowledge. So this is the status bar. You can see over here, just press. You can see the general information in this, like your serial number of this ventilator, then preventive maintenance when it is scheduled, then battery backup time, air pressure, O2 pressure, then pre-use check whether it was passed or failed, then the pre-use check before this whether it was passed or skipped. It will show the status over here. You can also see the O2 sensor status over here. You can also see the last calibration status of O2 sensor over here, whether it was done or not. Then expiratory cassette status, your battery status, how much time backup it will give, and rest all things. Close. Now, if you want to start the ventilation, you can start from the key. Just press, your ventilation will start, and if you want to stop the ventilation, again you can press this. So here are few shortcut keys over here which you can use when your ventilation has been started, like start breath, auto breath, expiratory hold and inspiratory hold. You can set from that keys. Now in this you can see alarm mute button and also alarm profile. Alarm profile is to set your upper and lower limit of the parameters, that is your minute volume, respiratory rate and expiratory pressure. For this you can set the upper and lower limit accordingly. Then whatever settings you do, you have to just accept. Also you can change the sound level of your alarms. Then accept. Then trends. Now what are trends? Trends are basically to see the patient history. So you can see the trends over here. From here you can see the data of 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. How much data you want to see, you can check of that patient, and then accordingly once it is set, close. Then next is quick access key. Here you can, if patient needs suctioning, so these are few buttons, suction support, at that time you can do. Then loops, waveform scales and waveform configuration. These all things are in your quick access key. Then menu, you can see the alarms, history. If there is any history, it will show over here. You can see the trends over here as well and the event log. So like this you can check in detail whatever you want to see. Then if you are stuck in the screen, you don't know where to go, then just press on the main screen. You will directly come on the main screen. So this is the cassette. You remove this cassette when you want to give it for autoclaving, and when you give it for autoclaving, if the user has not connected the HMA filter in this, at that time you need to clean this cassette. So if you want to remove that cassette, first, as I said before, there is flap over in the back side. Just press and then make your screen up. Press this button and then remove. So once cassette is removed, you can see this and this. You have to match that and then